It's so interesting, and this is partially because I was an older mother. I had my youngest my oldest when I was 36. Mm-hmm. So Mama had lived a life. You know what I mean? I don't have any resentment as far as lifestyle. I felt like it was definitely that season had ended. Yeah. And so parenting in the age we are now, I look at women that traveled before and now they're traveling still with their kids internationally and all those things. I can say that I miss maybe the pace, like a slower, a more self-driven pace. But to Jarnae's point, I'm infusing that as much as I can to my is the panic I feel real? Is the house on fire? Or am I moving at this pace because of anxiety? Right. So because of that, I don't grieve any part of my life before. I am very much 10 toes down, embracing the part that I am right now.
I love that. And if I can jump in there, I'm all the way on the other end.
Yes.
I was a young mom. So I have Jarnae at 19. Whatever I face, I fell into like a fluid. Here I am having a baby at 19. I say, you know what? Let me go get my cosmetology license. Then let me go open up a hair salon.
This explains a lot about y'all look. About why y'all
the retired cosmetologist. In the shop, baby.
I was a young career mom, stepping up to the plate, being a parent, having 3 kids before 27. My life is 7 kids, but going back to the before. A lot of my kids and my husband, they always say, you're not normal. Well, I am normal because,
extraordinary.
Yeah, because before them, I was this great, innovative young kid living my life. I don't grieve anything before that 19-year-old had a child. But what I did come to realize was I needed to pay homage to her because I think I kind of left her behind.
Yes.
So now that I'm in my 50s, I'm like, sugar, come on now. You got to give her some type of play. Okay. Your 18-year-old self. Okay.
After you've parented 7 children,
girl,
now I have to go back and mother the 19-year-old.
So I did uplift her. Yes. I did uplift her, but I would tell people, don't feel bad for her. It was a positive thing, but I did need to honor her. And I think I lost that along the way. Yes. So not to grieve her, but to honor that 18-year-old before she became a mom.
And it's an honor to be able to uplift you and say, hey, I got it. So that you can go and do you. So, because I feel like the 50s is the new 30s, honestly.
Right. I'm like,
I am not the crier, but I don't know. So I remember the long hours when you were the breadwinner. You worked
to make a lot of money
on your feet, standing, physical labor. You had your babies in the shop, running the salon as well. And so you being fearless at that age, you being responsible for not only your nuclear family, but maybe 2 or 3 others that you were supporting. And so, yes, now it is your time to sit back and smell the roses and twinkle your toes and not have a booked and busy schedule and go kick it with your girls. Y'all booking trips and do all those things. So I'm just so delighted to be able to see your shoulders a little more light and to see that you can have some ease in life. And honestly, it's become my mission to be able to empower that and enable that as well. So that's how we going to be moving for the rest of our days, because I done saw the sacrifice.
Okay? But what about you?
I know, I could not help it. I felt the spirit and I had to add another bouquet to that flower bouquet that you so beautifully, spoke on in terms of your journey and honoring your journey. So when I think about Jarnae before Mackenzie, I actually don't grieve her because I love who I've become because of my daughter. She's really just brought out more of who I am in my soul, because now I know that this is precious cargo. Like, this is precious. This is a precious soul. She has to get the best of me. So I am intent on unearthing all that in me, like my patience and my clarity on how I'm moving in life. And so I love who I've become because of Mackenzie. Now, when I think about how driven and ambitious I am, because I'm the kind of person, like, I'll stay up through the wee hours grinding it out on my project or my my clients. And so for me, I do miss having that freedom, the autonomy to be like, okay, I'm gonna crank it out to 3 a.m. But my baby needs to be in bed by 9 and she wants me to cuddle with her. I'm comfortable with the boundaries because I still pour in, but then also I'm like, all right, it's mommy time. Yes. So, but I do wish, I wish having at least 3 days that I could crank it out, go dead in.
And I would say I agree with all the ladies. There's nothing that I grieve because like Jen, I was 35 when I had my daughter, and I'm a OB-GYN physician, and so I had done med school and residency, and so I had done all of the things. The timing worked out really well. At the end of my pregnancy, I was fired from a job, but I believe God orchestrates all things well. And what ended up happening is they closed our office, and so me and my partners at our office did not have the job was closing, and I was literally about to give birth the next week. Wow. And so I was like, in 12 weeks, when I come back from maternity leave, there is no job to return back to. Mm-hmm. But God knew I needed to be with my baby. I looked down at her and I was like, my baby needs me. I couldn't have gone back to work anyway. But what happened after that is I ended up being off for almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. And it was the biggest mindset shift and such a necessary one that if I hadn't had her, I probably wouldn't be literally in this room today because I would have never taken the path to go on to start creating and doing content creation and all of these other things if it had not been for her. And so she has only enriched my life in so many ways. And I always say motherhood is a force. Like motherhood is a force. It stretches you, it grows you, it shows you places you need to learn and to work on and to heal and to all of the things. And so there is not one thing I regret. There's not really anything I look back on because I did all of the things I wanted to do and accomplish really before I got there. And so she's only added to where I am today. And in fact, certain things wouldn't even exist if she wasn't here.
Exactly. So. When I had my son, Caleb, I had the biggest internal shift. It was like everything changed for me because the first thing I thought was, I cannot allow him to experience any of the hurt that I'm carrying. And so that was the start to my self-love journey, choosing myself and loving myself and caring for myself because I can't give my kids the life that I desire to give to them if I don't do that for myself. To your sentiment of just honoring that, that's what I've had to learn too, is honor who I was because she didn't know any better, but she made the decision that ultimately led you here. And so there's no need to shame her. There's no need to act like she didn't exist, but more so just accept it, love her, and then appreciate who you are now. So thank you, ladies.